back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to break down my weekly outlook for gold and crude oil, or the US oil. But before we jump into the chart, let's quickly break down this week's news calendar so you know what to expect. Alright, so for this, okay, we are in this week. So for Monday, there's no major news. The market should be relatively calm. For Tuesday, there's a bank holiday. Since we are only focusing mainly on USD fundamentals, we are not expecting any significant movement. So I'm just going to ignore this red folder on GBP. So for Wednesday, also there's no impactful news scheduled. Another quiet day. For Thursday, we have the CPI marked as tentative. We should expect high volatility, so it's better to stay off the chart or reduce risks until price settled. But don't worry, as usual, if I get a setup and it's confirmed, I'll send it to the channel. And also for Friday, we have PPI. It's also tentative and can move the dollar sharply, so we trade carefully to avoid getting caught in spikes. Alright, with the fundamentals out of the way, let's head straight to the chart. Alright, so let's start from the weekly on gold. So for the weekly chart, you can see price has tapped into a weekly fair value gap, so we should be anticipating price to push higher. Yes, to push higher. Alright, so let me drop down to the daily time frame. So for the daily time frame also, price has tapped into a daily fair value gap. Just right here. Just right here, and price is already trying to push higher, right? Alright, so what I want to see is, I just want to see candles should close above this high, right? This high. So this high right here, I just want to see the candle should close above, like something like this. So if a candle manages to close above this high, I'll be anticipating price to push higher for this week. Alright, so it can take maybe a while for a price, because this is the daily time frame. It can take maybe up to a day or two to make this thing happen. But then this is what I'm anticipating price to do. And also, if this goes sideways, there's always our support here. We should expect price to break this support, and also I will also be expecting price a candle to close below this support. Then I'll be anticipating price to relatively push lower. Alright, so let me drop to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so overall we can say gold is actually bullish, right? Alright, so what I see here is a resistance level, and market is relatively trying to push higher, right? I know it's not perfect, but then let's manage it. So what I want to see for this week is, I just want a candle to close above this resistance zone. Then we expect gold to stop pushing higher. Okay, so this is just what I want to see on gold. Alright, so let's dive into US oil. Okay, so for US oil, for the weekly chart, you can still see price is trading lower. US oil is actually very bearish on the weekly time frame. Drop to the daily, still bearish. It's still bearish, right? Yeah. Let me drop to the 4-hour. So even though price is relatively bearish, I'm not really seeing anything. Yes, but then if I follow this trend right here on the 4-hour, remember guys, your trend lines shouldn't be perfect. Right? So I'll be expecting price, since we are already bearish from the weekly chart to right to the 4-hour chart, I'll be expecting price to maybe push higher to this level and drop down. Let me go to the 1-hour. Okay, so guys, I just remembered, we actually took a sell trade on US oil, right? Yes. So if you remember, kindly drop it in the comment section. So we sold from here, right? And we're expecting price to touch here, but then we only made, I think, 1:1.5 or so. So yeah, I'm still in this trade. Okay, so obviously I've closed the trade, but I'm still anticipating price to push higher, maybe move up a bit, touch maybe around this trend, then still push down. So alright, so guys, I'm bullish on gold for the week, and I'm also bearish on US oil for the week, guys. So this video is for educational and informational purposes only, and nothing discussed here is a financial advice or a signal to buy or sell. Trading involves risk, and you are responsible for your own decisions. Always do your own analysis before entering any trade. Alright guys, so that's the full weekly outlook. If you found this video or breakdown useful, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which pairs or commodities you want me to cover next. See you in the next forecast.